The game was heading to being a really entertaining second half. So, Myles, the second yellow for Leandro Trossard.
Why are you going to Myles for that?
Because
why are you going to Myles for the second yellow?
I feel like we know the flavour of the conversation with you. You'll have your moment, mate, believe me.
Smart.
However, let's get an unbiased take, shall we? And I know you've got Arsenal supporting family, Myles, so tread carefully, yeah?
Trust me, I know too.
It's a disappointing situation to see a player sent off so early in such a big game. But when you're on a yellow card, is there any way you can excuse that from Trossard? I don't know. I mean, you could see his reaction straight away. He regretted it, didn't he?
Yeah, it's such a difficult situation to judge because it is such a fluid motion and it happens so quickly that I can feel some sympathy for him. But ultimately, you have seen firsthand what happened to your teammate 2 weeks ago. You know it can happen. You know that they've gone with this whole motion of we're laying down the letter of the law, we're going to be harder on it. I just don't want to see my player do it in the first place and put myself in a position. And we looked at it a lot on whether he even meant to kick the ball away, whether he was still playing, whether he'd heard the whistle. The way he hits the ball and the fact that he spins and looks at the ref as soon as he hits it, almost I think made it worse for him because it made it look like he had heard the ref. It was like that motion got him in more trouble than it was worth. And it's unfortunate. And the argument that you'll hear from Arsenal fans consistently is one that we'll all agree with, that you want to see consistency with it. And there are so many examples that are being drawn about Szoboszlai last week or when it was João Pedro against Brighton. It's frustrating to see that not get punished if you're going to punish other moments. Yes, but we said it the other week, didn't we? Wanting consistency is fine, but settling for consistently wrong is not fine. So you can't criticise the times where it's applied correctly. You have to criticise the times where it's been applied wrong. And that's the difficult part. It's really unfortunate for Arsenal that the two times that it's been nailed down really clearly is on them. And it's not a rule any of us want to see. That's not why that rule was brought in. It was brought in for case of dissent or breaking at play. And Trossard's one, I think, is far harsher than Rice's. But you knew it was going to happen. And that's the frustrating thing. That's why if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be going, don't do that. Don't give us that position. It's annoying.
Well, I think the first yellow, weirdly, was like the most harsh. I feel like that one shouldn't have even been given, really. So to be on a yellow already, I felt it was kind of unfortunate for Trossard. But go on then, Isaac, let's hear your take on this. The dust has settled a little bit now. I'm guessing you've calmed down and you've accepted the decision, right?
Seatbelts fastened, guys.
Not at all. I still feel as strongly today as I do about it yesterday. I think listening to the game and the commentary after and people trying to dissect of, if there's no whistle there, he plays that out with his side of his foot. For me, it's nonsense. You cannot start going down that road and making up, because you don't know. You're not him. You don't know. And when you watch it back, I've watched it back a million times. Obviously, the time between the whistle and for me, it's a non-starter. I don't think he gives him a decision to make. So I completely disagree with that line of thinking. I know a lot of people say it's fine. The time is too short. He's like, the whistle goes and he's mid-flow playing a ball. However he plays it out, it's up to anyone else's judgment. That's fine. He's not delaying a restart. The ball is in his control up wherever the height is, and he's coming to swing for it. What is he delaying there? There's someone sitting on the ground which would need to be sorted out. They've then got to see if he's okay and go for it. There's no restart being delayed, and he's not trying to waste time. His winger is on the go. He's ready. So he's trying to set him off. I don't see what problem he's trying to cause for the other side there to warrant the card. And the thing for me in the Rice instance and this instance is it's the chomping at the bit to get the card out. It's almost like they cannot wait to get out of their pocket. They're itching. It's like he's like running around with his hand in his top pocket to go. And you saw with the Rice one, he's going, "Sorry, I've got to." I'm still frustrated about that, but again, you can see how you could see how that. I think it could have been let go, but you could see how that would be more easily applied than the Trossard one. Yeah. He doesn't have to do anything there. It's not so. If he doesn't give a card there, I don't think it would be spoken about today as even a point of contention. And the only reason we're talking about the Doku one and Bernardo Silva dribbling the ball off after it's already in place, the only reason they're being spoken about is because Trossard got sent off. And again, if the Trossard call isn't made, you don't talk about Doku and you don't talk about Silva, which I think shows me as a general rule, no one really sees this rule. No one likes it. No one likes the way it's being implemented. If the ball goes and you boot it off, that's always been a rule. So maybe just be a little bit stricter on that. But to take it to the levels they have in wrecking games, the same ref last year said he didn't send Kovacic off for that nasty challenge because he didn't want to ruin the game. So why did you take the opportunity to jump in so fiercely as you did?
Yeah, I think you're right about the timing. Like the time between the challenge being made and the ball being kicked and then the yellow card being shown, I kind of half thought it was going to show the yellow for the challenge because he kind of went into the back of the player.
We were wondering that.
And if he'd have said that, I'd have been like, you know what, fair enough, that's kind of 50-50.